Yo, yo, what's up, yo? Here
What's good?
we go. Making sure I could hear you guys.
Yup, yup.
Damn, my shit was muted. I had a little intro and shit. Cut. Nah. What's up, man? What it do, man? Couple of Sodas podcast, man. Got my boys here with me, you know. How y'all feeling, man?
Good, bro.
Good,
Just chilling.
good,
Having a good day.
good. Yep.
Y'all excited about y'all teams? Steelers and the Giants?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I like what we did, but I'm not like blown back by what we did. I'm not overly excited, but I think we had a good draft.
Mm, Yeah, same. Look good. It's all on paper, man. Look good on paper. They gotta execute. He got his weapons. They got that boy a nice car. You heard?
Oh
He got a
Caleb.
nice
Yep.
ride.
Yup.
Who,
Yep.
Caleb?
Shit, Ben Johnson, they gave him shit the keys. Like, yeah, you want a Ferrari or whatever, this, that. You want the house, all the pieces you need to make this work. So no Nagy.
Facts,
No
facts.
nagging.
Well, let's get to it, fellas, with y'all winners and losers of the draft, man. Who want to start first, man? Megs, you got four, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got
Let's
four. I got
You
four
got a
winners and
list
four
list.
losers.
let's knock those out first.
All right. So my winners, I have Browns, Bears, Giants, and Ravens. My losers, I have Colts, Bengals, Bills, and Cowboys. Um, Reasoning behind it, honestly. So my winners, the Browns. I obviously uh, that running back Judkins. I really like him. I think that that D tackle they got out of Michigan is a stud. And then the main reason I have them winning is just because we had Shador Sanders, obviously, as much as everyone's been talking about him recently. He was supposed to be a top 10, 15 pick, and they ended up grabbing him in the fifth round. Um, and then with the Bears, I was kind of hesitant on the Colston or the Loveland pickup, but as I watched more of his tape, I actually really do like him more than Tyler Warren. I really do think. I think that he was a little bit looked over, but that's just because Michigan doesn't pass as much as like Penn State necessarily. But the simple reason I had the Bears winning is because they got Luther Burden. I mean, I think Burden should have went in the first round. I think he was better than Golden. The only other receivers I had over him were Emeka Ibuka and Tedero McMillan, if I had to be completely honest.
Mm.
Ravens, the reason I have them winning, I mean, I hate to say it because I'm a Steelers fan, but Starks was the best safety in the draft, and they got him so late in the first round.
Agree.
Green and even Jones, their third round pick, is a stud. Mike Green was supposed to be a top pick at the end of the day, so I would absolutely put Ravens as winners as well. As much as I see draft grades don't have them high, I think they did amazing. Uh, Giants were my last winning team. They had Dart and Abdul Carter. I think Abdul Carter was the best player in the draft, so just because of that, I had to put them at that number, that winning spot. I think Jackson Dart has a lot of potential. The more I watch him, the more I kind of get infatuated with his game. I really do think he's gonna, give him 1 to 2 years, and I think he'll probably be, that star quarterback that the Giants have been looking for. To be honest, when it comes to the losers, first I got the Colts. I mean, I don't have too much to say about them. They just didn't have any picks that really stood out to me. None of their players was like, oh my gosh, this team's gonna be better. The Bills, I don't. They took Maxwell before Will Johnson. I understand Will Johnson has injury concerns, but I just didn't. I didn't see that vision of having Maxwell. Can he be a decent corner? Sure, but is he a first round corner? In my opinion, no. Bengals, they got Stewart. They got Fairchild. Not a huge fan of either of those guys. Stewart's cool. The guard Fairchild, though, I don't even see him really being like a starting linemen in the league, really. So I don't see that pan out. Cowboys, dude, they're just always bad. I mean, they don't draft well at all. They don't have good scouts. I mean, Booker's cool, but the rest of their draft, again, none of them really stood out to me. I don't have too much more to say. That's about all I really have for you. But if I had to pick who absolutely won the draft, it's so hard to pick between the Giants and the Browns, but I probably had to swing it just to the Giants because they got the best player in the draft. So I'd say Giants won, and then my biggest loser has to be the Bengals. So
That's nice, bro. You had some good points, bro. You explained that well. Go
yeah,
ahead.
that's just how I feel. I mean, obviously, like the losers and winners can be, controversial or whatever, and I'm sure a lot of people will disagree with me just based off, like the thing is like if you're a Bengals or Bills fan, you're gonna say that you guys had the best draft. So it's like, it could be controversial, but that's kind of the notes I got out of the draft. Again, the Bears, dude, Luther Burden, bro, that was such a steal in my opinion. That
Yeah, I'm still
it's
doing my
hard.
homework on him,
Yeah, it's tough. He's so
but
tough,
I've been
bro.
hearing good,
He's tough. But as a Steelers fan, I'm also happy with my draft, but I don't think we were winners or losers. I think we were more just in that mid-range. We had a decent draft. I mean, we got my favorite pick that we got was Jack Sawyer.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to that.
So that's what I got for y'all. Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
Go ahead, Nelly.
I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Short and simple. My winners of the draft were the New York Football Giants. I'll give them an A+, man.
Oh, here you go. Of course you're gonna pick your
They
team,
took
bro.
everybody I wanted, and it's very rare that happens, especially with this franchise, dude. I've gone through about I've watched like 6 drafts since we took Saquon Barkley, and it's just been hell ever since, man. You know what I mean? It's been like I haven't seen another guy come out of the draft that I'm like, oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what I mean? It's like just hopefully he does well. Hopefully he does well. But we finally got a guy in Abdul Carter that I am positive he starts week 1, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna have his hat in for defensive rookie of the year.
100%.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, and
They
then
got
we
a.
trade.
They got. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. We trade back up into the first round, right? And everybody thinks it's Shedeur Sanders, and I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know, y'all. I'm pretty sure it's Dart. And it was Jackson Dart. It was Jackson Dart. I was like, hell yeah, right? Because Dabo had said it months ago that was his guy, and it was obvious. We were taking him out to dinner. Eli
Yeah.
Manning has the Ole Miss connection, and
He had to
every
get that. He deserved to get his guy, bro. After dealing with Jones, you know
agreed,
what I'm
man. This is
saying.
this
Before
is the
they make
first
a
time.
decision on his job, he deserved.
I
Yeah.
thought you guys were gonna get Will Johnson when you traded back though, or traded up. I really did. I thought you guys were gonna take Will Johnson and lock up that corner. But like I said, the Jackson Dart pick, I like it a lot. So
Yeah, yeah. And then right after that, right, we go back to the D line and address the interior of that D line and take Darius Alexander from Toledo. This dude is a mountain of a man. Like when you see him on tape, he's like way too athletic for his size. Like he's jumping up getting pick sixes from the line of scrimmage. So I mean, and that's against team. Well, who was that against? That was against fucking like I was against a Power 5 school. So we take Darius Alexander, and I was fucking hyped. But then after that, we capitalize and take Cameron Scatterbo out of the
yeah, that was
university,
huge.
out of Arizona State University, and it was like,
That's
holy
your boy
shit,
right there.
that boy right there made my entire year watching college football. I'm like, damn, this dude can run, he can catch, he can break tackles, he's aggressive. Like, bro, is also white, so it's rare. You know what I'm saying? To see somebody like that jump off the screen week after week. So I'm like, dude, this is perfect for the New York Giants. It's been a minute since we had a bruiser, and then somehow, some way, we were able to get Marcus Bowe out of Purdue. Big ass offensive pulling guard who played with Tyrone Tracy in college. So they have that connection, and he produced. He got Tyrone Tracy drafted, if I'm being honest, because Tracy's a converted wide receiver. If y'all didn't know that, so I'm really impressed, to say the least, with the Giants. So I give them
I
an A
forgot to
plus.
mention Cam Scatterbo too in my notes, but yeah, Cam Scatterbo was a great late round. I think every team when he was dropping that low, people were wanting him for sure.
For sure, for sure. And then to
Like
get him
at
at
least from
pick,
a fan perspective,
yeah,
most teams wanted to take a chance on him, and you guys just happen to be that team. So
yeah. Pick 105. Pick
yeah,
105.
When
Holy
I
shit.
first heard about him, I thought they were saying that he was slow and this and that. But then when I seen his highlights, I'm like, oh, he got a little, a little swifty to him.
He
He's
got some
shifty.
juice. He got
Yeah.
some
yeah. I mean,
juice.
the whole speed thing is like the only negative thing about him, which I
Yeah,
understand. But dude, he can break like
He'll
four
break away.
tackles.
Yeah, he'll break away.
So
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. It's relative depending on the situation. So if we're inside the 20-yard line, fuck breaking away. Just break 2 tackles, you're in the end zone.
Yeah, like some Derrick Henry shit. Like one tackler, then just beat that
Hmm.
linebacker or something. Yeah.
And you
Ain't
know
saying
people.
we not saying comparing him to Derrick Henry.
no, no, no,
So
no, no, no.
No,
you
but
know what
you
I'm
got
saying,
guys, you got
Bree?
safeties who's gonna make some career decisions when they go and head up with him. They like, do I want to get stiff armed?
Yeah,
Do I want to get
yeah.
embarrassed? So I mean, damn, A plus from the Giants. And my losers, surprise, surprise, it was the goddamn Cowboys. I give them a C minus, bro.
Mm,
How you gonna go into this draft and not take the best wide receiver available? Year after year after year, we've seen these guys get into big games and not be able to finish. Like CD is great, but he's getting 1 out of every 4 targets on this team. Like that's just insane. I mean, you could even got a tight end. I think they had the 12th pick, and Tyler Warren didn't go until 14. Like, bro, I
They
was
had that
just
boy. They do have Jake Ferguson though, who's like low key. He's coming up. But
he's
you run
coming
a
up.
lot of teams are running 2 tight end sets now. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yep. And hey, no knock on Ferguson, bro, but I'm not too sure Ferguson is like a huge threat.
no, yeah, I agree with you. That's kind of why I had the Bills as losers too, which I know a lot of people disagree. But like, I think they need that like receiver, bro. They need that receiver, and they don't have it right now. They're talking about re-signing Amari Cooper, but I just don't. I'm not a big fan. That's all.
Yeah, that'd be tough. That'd be tough. Yeah, that's my list, guys. C minus for the Cowboys. They're my losers. A plus for the Giants. They're the winners.
Damn, that's cool, cool. Of course, I knew you was gonna throw your own team. I thought we all was gonna, be different.
We could be a little
I
different.
thought
I'm
we was
really
going, you
proud.
know what I'm saying? I knew we all think, we think
Um,
that our team won though, but
well,
but
hey, if I'm being 100%
Hey, I
honest,
said the Giants too, though, and I'm a Steelers fan. So
if other people weren't
yeah,
saying this shit, if other people like big time people weren't agreeing with me, I'd be honest. I'd be real with you.
I'm
But
saying one of us,
you know,
yeah, but
yeah.
you ruined it. Now they my so I'm gonna start off with my losers, bro. My losers is the Giants.
Oh yeah. All right.
what?
All right. All right.
No,
All
let me
right.
stop playing. Let
Okay,
me
I was
stop
gonna
playing.
say
Let me
some
stop
trades
playing.
made
All
us
right.
now.
Let me stop playing.
All right. Let me
No,
change my
though.
pick.
Winners, I got the Jaguars. They went and they got they got, bro. They wanted Travis, obviously, you know what I'm saying, to give up that much and to make that, that trade, that jump. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them that believe Trevor Lawrence gonna have a bounce back year, bro.
I agree.
It ain't gonna be crazy like 5,000 or nothing like that, but he gonna have a decent year to make that contract look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If I can jump off of that, if I can leapfrog off of that, I think the end of the year when he missed that time, Trevor Lawrence, and Mac Jones got to step in, and Mac
Yeah.
Jones was actually utilizing Brian Thomas Jr. a lot. That could give Trevor Lawrence his blueprint to what he's gonna have to do going into this year, coming up using Brian Thomas Jr. instead of trying to force feed everybody. Just give it to BTJ.
Yeah, and with Travis Hunter, like for him to do what he got to do, like on defense and offense, you need an offensive minded guy. You know what I'm saying? To scheme. You know what I'm saying? To have it look like you know, this jet sweep, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? The trickery. You know.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying 100% on the Jaguars winning it in a certain perspective. I just don't think they won it in like an actual player perspective, but I do think they won it in the way that they need to put seats or butts in seats. You know, they need to bring more fans out. And Travis Hunter was the best player that's going to bring excitement to that city. So I think in that way, for sure, they won the draft in that way and getting the most like exciting player, the most flashy player.
Yeah, it's a nice another target, bro, for Lawrence. Him and Thomas gonna be scary.
100%, yeah.
And they got the Ethan, right?
Yep.
They got ETN, but I believe Tank Bigsby is taking over that running back.
But yeah, they wanted, you know, it's them trades ain't easy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That trade that probably came down to the last minute.
They just have to pray that they're good next year, or the Browns all of a sudden have 2 top 10 picks next
year. Yeah. I think they're gonna be. I believe in they coach, bro, Duval.
Duval.
Cause look at the situation, bro. Baker was Baker, but you know, Duval homie was Baker OC. You know what I'm saying? So he played a big part of that. And shit, Lawrence going through basically the same little, you know, everybody talking about he washed first overall pick. Just paid him a crazy contract. You feel me? Yep. Just got paid crazy. Oh, he ain't worth that money. He gonna come out and he gonna show him, bro. My other team though, I had like 2. I was trying to see, you know, I ain't, but I like the Ravens too, bro. And it's basically the same shit Meg said, bro. And I know about Starks. What's his name?
Malachi Starks.
Yeah, I learned about him off Madden.
Oh shit.
You feel me? Yeah, you know, like online associations or when you just doing it, you know, you can input, you know, people be making draft classes and shit.
Right.
Yeah, me and my nephew and my homies, you know, we be doing the online season. So that's I've been
fun,
new about.
Bro, we should do a franchise, bro.
Yeah, I'm down. I was gonna ask you about that too. And I've been new about Wimby the same way. I've been new about Surtain and Parsons. I always go draft them. Yep, I'm trading for all the. I ain't gonna tell my little, you know, my little secrets, and then Meg's gonna try to get me when we start the season. But no, the losers, I got the Rams. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Damn.
They had like 4, 5 picks or whatever, but it is just me. You know what I'm saying? They needed a couple of more pieces. You know what I'm saying? And with that second round pick, they could have traded a pick or something to get, you know, more to help this roster out a little more than what they went for. And none of the only tight end. Who was the tight end?
Bro from Oregon, right? Ferguson?
Yeah, Ferguson from
Terrence Ferguson.
I'm pretty sure that's Jake's brother, right?
You know, I want to believe that. I would love to believe that, but you know, it's probably
I don't know, bro.
But yeah, man, they could have, because they did good. They showed a lot of people, bro. Yeah, they showed that they gonna be scary, bro. Especially with Sean McVay, they scary. Matthew Stafford, man, you know, you gonna get what you gonna get. But yeah, they gonna be scary, and I just feel like they could have added a little more.
And if we're being honest,
what they drafted.
If we're being honest, they were just a game away from the Super Bowl last year. They were almost there.
Yeah.
The Rams got potential for sure, bro. And I mean,
and with the tight end,
they do draft well though, so it's like we'll see what happens.
with the tight end, don't they got like Higbee or something like that?
They got
still?
Higbee and what's the other guy? I don't know the other dude's name.
So you could have traded that second and got like, you feel me, another late second and a third or a extra. That's my, to help to fill
Yeah.
in another.
I'm with you. It's funny. Me and Nelson have the same winner and loser. We both said the Giants and Cowboys.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
the
you
Cowboys.
weren't
Who
lying.
knows, bro? Who knows about the Cowboys, bro? They got me. I'm lost with them when they got that coach and hired Eberflus. Like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
bro.
They just lost the offseason, in my opinion. Dallas always is just mediocrity. Like everyone says the Steelers are mediocre, but like I think Dallas is a way better example of mediocrity.
Oh
In my
shit.
opinion.
Oh, easily, bro. How you gonna take? I mean, they did it 10 years ago. You know what I mean? They took, I think it was Garcia and Tyron Williams, or Tyron Smith. My bad. Like the first 2 picks in the draft. 11 years later, they have nothing to show for it, right? Both of them retired. They're both gonna go to the Hall of Fame. But no Super Bowls. They don't even have a NFC Championship appearance in those 11 years. So now they do the same thing all over again.
Yeah, all they do is talk about the catch, bro. That Des Bryant, the biggest what if catch. That shit.
Against the Packers, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, as long as they're not re-signing Zeke by week 5, they're in a good spot, right?
Yeah, dude. They could have taken Omarion Hampton with that pick, bro. They coulda-
I don't get why they did what they did, honestly. But I'm really excited for you, Sodas. I really am. For your
Me too.
team next year, bro.
Me too. They're my 1B. And it's not for the people that you think, man. I really like that kid, Ozzy Trapolo from Boston College. He's a day one starter, bro. That kid is a fucking mountain.
Yeah, I'm
I
honestly
feel
I envy the Bears a lot just because they kind of did what I wanted my team to do. Go for it. Sorry, Soda.
Oh, he did say 1 second, 1 second.
Oh.
Yeah, man. I think the Seahawks did they shit too, bro. They're my honorable mention.
Seahawks balled too. I was considering putting them in my top 4. I just couldn't because, dude, the Browns, the Bears, and the Ravens, Giants, they just did way better to me. Like I couldn't.
Yeah.
They're definitely top 10 though. The Seahawks are my top 10 just because they did get Milrow
They got Milrow. Yeah, I think they got
and Zabel, bro. That guard is
Gray.
crazy.
Yes, Gray Zabel. Yeah, he was the best lineman in the draft, hands down. I love that kid. He's a farmer.
He's one of the best guards in the draft for sure.
Dude, he like when you find that kid that works on the farm with their family, you got the right pick.
Right. It was hard for me not to put the Jets in losers as well, bro.
Yeah, I can't even tell you what the Jets did. I think they took Market or who they take. They took
They took Membo.
Armand. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
took
took
Armand
Membo.
Membo. Yep.
I just at pick 7, bro. Membo. I mean, tough, bro. Tough.
But they did turn around and get Mason Taylor from LSU. I like that, the tight end. Because dude, how long are you
They
gonna go
needed a
without
tight
drafting
end
a
for
tight
sure.
end? Yeah, how long are you gonna go without drafting a tight end? Especially after you missed out on Brock Bowers. You passed on
Facts.
Tyler Warren. Like holy shit. But Mason Taylor, he's gonna be good for them. He's gonna be really good for Justin Fields for sure.
Yeah, I love Pat Fairmouth, but like the way tight ends are moving, bro. Eventually, we're gonna have to get a different tight end.
Yeah, you guys got Darnell Washington and who else?
Pat Fairmouth.
Pat Freiermuth? Okay.
Or Fairmouth, what Firemouth? I don't know how you exactly say it.
It's like Fryer, like Fryer Tuck. It's Freiermuth.
Firemouth. The Moose.
Booth. That's what they
I
say.
like him though, but like I feel like the way tight ends are moving, he's not gonna be like that guy much longer. But he is a good middle of the field threat. I will give him that.
Him and Mike Gesicki are like the same player to me.
Gesicki, yeah. one on the charger.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to catch this halftime lick real quick.
You picked the Dallas Stars tonight.
Mm.
It killed me to put freaking the Ravens, bro, as a winner. But I have to be honest, bro.
I don't think Malachi Starks adds that much to that defense, bro. You know, that defense is already pretty good, but edge rusher was really their main need in that first round.
Yeah, but they picked up Mike Green, who was a first round talent in the second. You know,
That's right. That's right. I love Mike Green.
that's
He
what
is
I'm
good.
saying, bro. Like they knew Mike Green was falling, so they said, "Hey, let me grab a safety." And now they have Starks and Kyle Hamilton, bro. That's scary as fuck, bro.
That is scary. That is scary.
But yeah, the Seahawks definitely had a good draft. They got Greg Zabel. They got I don't even know how to pronounce that safety's name, but Sean Igwabuki, whatever.
Igubuki. What's the
Whatever his
college?
name is. He's also a dog.
What college you go to?
Trying to remember. I think Stanford or North Carolina.
North Carolina.
It was either North Carolina or Stanford.
Are you sure it wasn't South Carolina?
Maybe it was one of those, bro. One of those Carolina. He was like the second best safety in the draft.
Yeah. I'm happy. Yeah. I know they were calling him the fake Cam Chancellor,
Yeah.
scam Chancellor.
Best viewer on streamboo.com removes.
Hold on, I'm trying to see why my shit had to close some shit up.
Hell yeah, Greg. That was one of the best drafts ever, man. I wasn't happy to see Shador slide, but it kept me glued to the TV all weekend. You know, to see
I
where
know, bro.
Mm.
Hey,
Like,
you know what it almost
It kept their ratings up. That's
what
it
thinking.
is.
Maybe maybe every year we're gonna start seeing someone drop like that, just so people actually tune in and watch all the picks.
Yep, especially if they set themselves up like Shador did.
Sure, I mean, yeah, I can't even argue with that.
He fucking set his damn self up. I feel bad for the kid, you know, because he was just being who his dad taught him how to be.
Yeah.
You know, bigger than the shield. You know, you larger than life. So, you know, look good, feel good, play good.
Well, did you see Shiloh dropped his dad as an agent and then
Yeah.
instantly got signed?
Yep.
Yeah, I seen that.
And got signed 2
There's
minutes
a
later,
lot, bro.
Yep.
Because he was joking about it during the draft when they were talking to Shador. He was like,
But
I'm gonna have to drop dad if I'm gonna get picked up, and then he actually ended up dropping him, and then got.
but
picked
look,
up.
though, you seen like right after the last pick, he was like, "Yeah, well, you know," he was like, "Gotta go holler at Coach Prime, try to get go to camp, get signed." It was a video like that, but I don't know. It is what it
I
is.
didn't see that.
Yeah, I seen it on TikTok. Shador gonna be decent, bro. He gonna prove the haters wrong, bro. That's all. Ain't nothing else to do, bro. Just go out and ball. Nothing else to do.
Yeah.
It's perfect timing, and that's the perfect song for this situation.
Yeah, but do you guys, in all honesty, do you guys really believe he's better than Dillon Gabriel?
It's the Browns, bro.
Not it. I don't. I can't say that he's better.
I said I wasn't gonna do that to them. My bad.
Because Dillon played in a harder conference, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think left-handed quarterbacks bring like a whole different type of situation to a team because most teams don't game plan for a left-handed quarterback. So I think that also has that plays a factor into it. I do think Gabriel could be better than Shador, but will he get the same amount of opportunity? That's the real question. I don't know.
OTAs,
yeah,
man.
both of their other quarterbacks, they're on their way out.
Yep.
Flacco and Watson. So
I think the Bears are trying to play. The Bears are trying to play. I mean, not the Bears. My bad. The Browns are trying to play the
Don't do that
old
again, bro.
They're trying to
I'm
play
gonna
the
let
old
you.
Robert Griffin III, Kirk Cousins deal where they draft two quarterbacks in the same draft, and whoever wins the quarterback battle stays, and then whoever loses gets traded.
They
That's
trade.
what I think is going on.
I
I
just
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
the
think
if
Browns.
Shador would get traded for anything.
I think Shador could. I could see him go to the Jets for some picks. You know what I'm saying? Because Justin Fields is Justin Fields. We all know he's a great player, but at the same time, he might not be there next year. We all have that same
Look,
sentiment.
yeah, he might not. Check this out. This my little theory or whatever. I'm gonna say that if things don't go right with the Browns, say they cut him, right?
Yeah.
Bam. Cowboys trash. They win like 2-3 games. This head coach was probably just all right, we need you for this year because we waiting on that man in Colorado. You
Yeah,
sign,
you're talking
know
about
what I'm saying? No.
Stubemeyer or whatever, right?
Yeah, bro. Get the Dion, get both of get both of them. Because Dion did have a little interview with Jerry.
Hey, they best boy. They boys.
Yeah. If it's somebody, you said it the other day, or somebody was when they was talking about Jerry Jones that nobody can control him or something like that. Somebody said that in one of our
Yeah, I've
lives.
heard that.
It's true.
It was just the other night, but I guarantee you he respect the shit out of Dion, and Dion to tell him and he'll do it. That's
It's
what
just
they need.
with politics and everything, I've never seen the Cowboys have a black head coach.
You get Dion, I bet they have a general manager.
Yep.
A real one. What's your grades for the Steelers, though?
Much longer, bro.
Yeah, it's win now, man. And with that contract they paying Dak, sheesh.
You know what? The one thing I would say is there wasn't as many trades as I necessarily thought. Because there were so many people floating around. Like, remember they were talking about George Pickens, TJ, Dak Prescott. They were talking about all these trades that could happen on draft. Remember DT was hyping up freaking Dak to the Browns, bro.
Yeah.
DT switches up so much so on his Browns shit, bro. I love it. Like 1 week he's like, I love Shador, and then he's like, I want to trade for Dak, and then he's talking about Deshaun Watson's gonna have a comeback story and shit. I'm just like, God damn.
Shit, shout out
Real
Shador,
Browns
man.
fan right there, bro. It's up for grabs. Anything's possible, bro. You never know.
Shout out Shador, man. I mean, I don't think this situation will humble him, though. I do not think that what the NFL just tried to do will work. It will not. If anything, now he got a real chip on his shoulder. So, good luck.
Yeah, I think it would, bro. I hope it do. What's your grade for the Steelers? Oh, you already said that when you.
No, I didn't. Let me just throw C. I'll just throw C+ out there, or B-. Just because I'm not really sure, bro. I really don't. I'm not sure what to think about it. Because like we did get Derek Harmon, who's a great defensive tackle, but at the same time, this D tackle class and edge rusher class was so damn deep that it's like I don't know if the level of talent was that much different between each thing. I think that Jack Sawyer was a great 4th-round pick. I think
great.
And if you think of the way I look at it, DK Metcalf was our 2nd-round pick because we traded a second for DK. So
that's Sawyer and JJ and Watt TJ, right? Not JJ.
Yeah, so our edge rushers
TJ,
are going to
that's
be
nice.
Smith, Hair Big, TJ, and Jack Sawyer.
He can learn so much from him, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing though, is like that was like that's like the strongest point in our team though, is already our edge rushers and D tackle. So to see us like address edge rusher and D tackle in the draft, slightly concerning, but I always just put faith in my team, bro. and hope that they're making the right decisions. I trust Mike Tomlin. I trust Omar Khan. They've been the last few years we've been hitting on draft picks. So it's like I just had to trust the process. I was frustrated that, like you guys saw, I was very frustrated that night one. But like once I looked at the big picture of it, I was like, okay, I kind of see where the Steelers are coming from. Cam Hayward's getting older. We need more rotational tackles. But I do think that we could have gotten similar talent later for defensive tackle and I really wanted Will Johnson, bro. So it's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. That's a fair evaluation of your own team for sure.
Yeah, I'm not pissed. I'm not pissed at the draft. Like, it's not like I'm like, but I'm not like, woo!
Right. Because, I mean, you guys have a plethora of good edge rushers already. The rich got richer in that aspect.
That's what I'm saying. And I love Jack Sawyer. I think he's amazing. But it wasn't really a position of need. So check it out. We took Jack in the 4th. And then we went corner in the 7th, which is just like, I think we needed a corner more than we needed an edge rusher. Because we essentially have a 34-year-old Darius Slay on a 1-year rental. So I think we needed to address corner before we addressed edge rusher. But like I said, just trust the process. I do like Will Howard though. Will Howard he's a winner. He won the national championship, had a 175 QBR rating, 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 7 rushing touchdowns. The kid can run. The interceptions concern me a little bit. 10 is just kind of high for me at least. But I also understand that was kind of a gunslinger team. I do like the idea of Will Howard potentially starting though, with those receivers with DK and George, because he's really good. People say it's because of his receivers, but if he steps into another team with great receivers, and our offensive line is really young. Troy Fautanu was out all of last year. He comes back. So we have 2 young tackles that we don't really necessarily know what they're going to be yet. But I just like that this team is finally going in like a young direction. That's what I love about the Steelers right now, is they're finally like accepting like, hey, for our offense and our skill positions, we're actually getting younger instead of just like signing freaking like last year, bro. It was cool, whatever. But like Russ and Justin Fields, I don't think either of them were the long-term option. So I'm glad that we're finally like investing into a QB that I think is good. And then we also signed Robert Woods today as well, which I like that signing, bro. As a slot receiver, he's he's still 30. It kind of contradicts what I just said about getting younger, but getting that third really nice receiver in there to complement DK and Pickens is going to be. I think Woods was like the perfect signing in my opinion.
Yeah, Woods been nice, bro. He's still putting up decent, doable. Yeah, he been nice.
He's a good slot guy, 100%. He's not expected to be that second, because he used to be a second receiver on the Ravens or the Rams. Yo, what is that? How'd you do that?
Cool. I just did like this. He's extremely consistent. I think he's a veteran. He brings a better presence to that locker room. He's a Trojan. We've got the most drafted wide receivers of all time into the NFL. So he comes from a long line of tradition, and it's honestly great for Pittsburgh, man. They have really good way of developing those guys out there, and I think he just adds to that development of those young guys out there. And Pickens, I wish all the best to Pickens, but he was on the trade block coming into this draft, and I guess nobody had the right price, so they're rolling with Pickens.
I think they wanted a first-round pick.
Yep. Nobody was willing to give that up. So,
but here's what I hope. I hope that Pickens. I want him to break out, but at the same time, I don't, because I don't want to have to pay him wide receiver 1 money when we're already giving DK wide receiver 1 money.
Damn.
So there has to be kind of some leeway, right? Because like the last 3 years, Pickens has been very like mid-tier. He hasn't been like that when he has this wide receiver 1 role, he hasn't really been producing like a wide receiver 1. So, but now that DK's here, It's going to take some pressure off George. Maybe he gets a little bit of a better season. I just don't want him to get a huge payday because he's cool, but he reminds me of Martavis Bryant.
Damn. That's
Crash
like saying
out.
Shador reminds you of Daniel Jones.
No, I'm saying the way, like if you go back and watch Martavis Bryant, they also put up similar stats. So it's not just I'm talking.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
No, I feel you, but like the reason that I say that those two are similar is because they make circus catches that are really exciting in game, but they don't contribute enough to really win.
Yeah.
You know? So
Agreed.
But I hope that we keep Pickens and extend him because I really do I know he's kind of got a bad attitude sometimes, but I like that he wants to win. That's like the most important thing to Pickens is he doesn't care about putting up flashy stats. He cares about winning. He wants to win, you know. So
yeah,
that's kind of my take on them. And we just have a lot of receivers right now. Like we got Scotty Miller, we have Van Jefferson, Roman Wilson. We're gonna have to cut someone, bro.
Y'all got Scotty Miller. That's my boy.
Scotty nice.
We have a whole stable of running backs, bro.
What's good?
Yeah, I mess with Scotty, bro. That's one of my go-to receivers on Madden too. My little backups, fourth receiver or something. What's your grade on your team? Oh yeah, A+. They your winners. A+. Yeah, you're done. Yep. You're done.
A+.
You're done.
Yeah. Take me off.
Yeah, you pretty much.
Take me off.
You pretty much just.
Take me off.
No. You good. You pretty much explained it when you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't really go.
The Cowboys an F though. F for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could go more in depth to what we were doing at linebacker. I really appreciate how they did that. All the stuff for the D line was really to help out our linebackers, Micah McFadden and Bobby Okereke. You know,
what? Say that again.
Yeah. So we drafted all those D linemen and edge rushers this year, really, in all honesty, to help out the back end in the secondary and our linebackers right there in the box. Because we already have two tackle machines.
What's that one? Bobby what?
Bobby Okereke from Stanford.
Okereke.
Yep. He started on the Colts. Yep.
How long it took you to get that name down, bro?
Oh, bro, I got it first day. He's a Pac-12 guy. I've been watching. I had been watching Bobby play USC while he was in college. He used to rock number 20.
What about Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Antetokounmpo.
Future
Laker. Future Laker.
He on the Bull. He going to the Bulls, bro.
The thing is, I don't want to stray too far from what we're talking about, bro. But I'm gonna just say this: we got all the pieces the Bucks could ever need to replace that motherfucker.
Yeah, keep that for your live. Who going live tonight?
Meeks.
Am I? Is it me?
Yep. I went live last 2 days.
Yeah, I got you.
Yo, Andrew. What's up, my guy?
No, yeah, bro.
It's on me.
O-line, yep.
Oh, yeah,
what is your upgrade?
I get a Bears motherfucking like a B-, B+.
Like, let me ask you this: in reality, like, I know that like most Bears fans are coming around to Loveland, but when you first drafted him, were you pissed or were you like?
I mean, I knew he was like I ain't know too much about him, but I knew he was like the second best tight end. You know what I'm saying, in the draft. You know,
well, after watching his film, do you think he could be better than Tyler Warren?
Oh yeah, I feel like that. You know, he made that pick because he sees something, you know, that he can use him for in this offense. You know what I'm saying? That obviously he didn't see in Warren. And with me though, I thought Warren could have been used with the like going back to the Travis Hunter shit. I mean, like the trickery plays, the good offensive mind. Like Ben Johnson could have, because Warren played quarterback in high school or something like that.
Yep.
I think he was
So
even
that,
recruited as a quarterback, right?
Yeah, he was. He had
yeah,
offers.
so that's why I wanted Warren. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For that, like, oh yeah, Ben Johnson gonna have him backfield, then go motion to the tight end, come back to the quarterback.
The
Like,
cool
yeah.
thing is, though, Sodas, Caleb Williams is capable of all of that. The trickery. Caleb,
Oh yeah, he can make them throw. He can make them throws,
he can
but
do it. He can do it all of it. He can run. He can throw. And he's coming from having Jared Goff. Like Jared Goff is a great quarterback. He can make every throw, but he is limited athletically. So I
man,
believe
most
we've
of the
only seen
Bears
half.
offensive plays, bro. If you go back and look, bro, it's like 2 or 3 receivers all on the same side, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy, bro.
Mhm.
It's all about them matchups, man. And shit, from what I'm hearing, shit, Loveland gonna be real good at that.
Bro,
Rating
Luther,
matchups, good matchups, mismatches, and he gone.
Luther fucking Burden, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Bro, Luther Burden reminds me of Debo Samuel.
If Luther Burden is
Now,
the third receiver on your team, bro, y'all are set, bro. Holy
now
shit.
that pick, bro. Looking back, because I was at work and shit, so I'm like, all right, let me see who was still on the board. I seen Mike Green still on the board. I'm like, oh my god. And then we traded 41. You know what I'm saying? And picked up an extra second round pick and a third or something like that. So that was another steal move by Ryan Poles, man. Ryan Poles been cooking, bro. He had going into this offseason, bro. It was a lot. It was a lot of pressure on that man, for real. And he actually came out here and at least improved this team in a way. And I mean, his first year was all Brian Pringle and such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why when somebody say, "Oh yeah, they did help Justin Fields," you know what I'm saying? Put him in so no, they didn't. That first year, he ain't had nobody. Nobody. He was throwing it to me.
All he had, bro, was what's his name? The young boy who got hurt, that running back, 29.
All he
Tariq Cohen.
had was Mooney.
He had Tariq Cohen and
He
Mooney.
had
Yep.
Mooney, but Mooney wasn't really, you know what I'm saying?
But Tariq
That
Cohen at one
going.
point was the most electric player in the league.
Oh yeah, he was fun to watch. Yeah, and they got like that tackle, bro. What's his name? Ozzy
Yep. Ozzy Trapalo.
Trapalo, six
Yep.
eight.
What about Strepo or whatever?
The Titans grabbed Restrepo, dog.
Yeah, what did you guys think? Like, I feel like that was a steal too. Didn't they get him hella
Who
late?
Cam Ward's
Restrepo,
receiver from Miami,
who got
number
him?
7,
the
Tennessee.
Titans.
Oh yeah, that yeah. You get
I'm
him
happy
his
for
buddy,
Cam.
somebody he comfortable with. It works.
I mean, that was Cam Ward's number one target. So
It works, bro. You see what the Texans did. You
Yep.
see, you know, shit. Everybody say the Bengals should have got Panay Sewell or whoever that draft. You know what I'm saying? But what they went to go get his target, bro. You got to make these quarterbacks happy, bro. Comfortable.
Yep. And the Giants did the same thing, bro. I mean, we didn't draft him, but in undrafted free agency, we went and picked up Juice Wells. Juice Wells is number 3 at Ole Miss. He's Jackson Dart's number 1 target from last year. So, shit, we all in. We all in.
hell yeah, we should do next. We should do
Oh
a.
yeah,
We should
man.
give a draft grade for every team. Not right now, but I'm saying get the notes together, get it together. Even
Yeah,
though
I'm
I know,
off tomorrow too, man. Let's plan it. We gonna go right when I about to get ready and end this. We go live on TikTok or in a minute or whatever. I know Nelly probably got to charge his phone.
Oh no, we on the Charger right now, gang.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah.
Yeah, y'all like
And
my
we'll
office,
just, you
man?
know,
This is my draft office.
yeah, I see you, bro.
This where I
Of
call.
the
This where I
world,
call Joe
Craig.
Shane.
Of the world. Oh,
Uh-huh.
hey, it looked like, bro, you could have did a skit like that, bro, a video, bro. It definitely looked like
I
that was
look
you
like
who
that.
made that damn
Oh,
call. No,
I was
not
like,
that.
from
That
Joe
that
Shane.
too, but you made that call to that prank call to Shador.
Dude, you know they prank called a bunch of people that night.
Yeah, they prank called
Wasn't
Tyler Warren too.
Yeah, they
who
prank
DC
called
that
Tyler Warren. They
was?
prank called Isaiah
Who,
Bond. They prank called a shit ton of people, bro.
what team?
I think it was the son of the Falcons defensive coordinator or some shit.
Yeah, son.
His ass gay.
Hey, yo. Yep, we done. It was
Hey,
yep.
fuck that kid.
First and last. Hey, no. Hey, let everybody know where to find y'all at, bro.
Yeah, Nelson on
Where
10
y'all
on
socials.
TikTok. Nelson on 10 on TikTok. That's really it. You don't want to see my ex. It's X rated. No, I'm kidding.
Mm.
I'm kidding.
New Meeks on Clapper and TikTok.
You forgot one.
Feel me? But hey, I like the way that this app edits those videos, bro.
What's your Twitch, bro?
Oh, my Twitch is also it's X New Meeks X.
100, bro. This the crew, bro. It's gonna be more of these dropping soon, bro. We working, we building. I appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Shit don't stop, bro. We finna
fight on. Fight on.
But yeah, this ain't the app that hold on, let me end it.